But after yesterday, I can't quit wondering what else Walter the farting dog might be up to. So I checked our stash over here and I found that we have Walter the farting dog banned from the beach. I hope he has an easier journey in this one, but I can't wait to find out. It's got to be a little bit better than yesterday. That took a path. Oh. All right. Mr. and Mrs. Crab were having a ton of fun. There was sand and sea and sunshine every day. There was swimming and snorkeling and parasailing and lots of staff to boss around. You there, called Mrs. Crab to the pool attendant. Get that leaf out of the water and bring us some fresh towels, said Mr. Crab. Make it snappy. If only that dog weren't ruining my view, said Mrs. Crab. You know, I expected that they were going to have drawn little crabs in there, but no, they're talking about people. Oh, Walter is at the beach. That looks like fun. It'd be so fun. Oh boy. The dog was Walter, digging happily in the sand. You never know where an old bone might be hiding. He detected something under the sand and dug more frantically. Treasure, a bone, and it's a big one. He strained to tug it free and let out an enormous fart. The umbrella that was shading Mr. and Mrs. Crab was blown into the sea. They watched aghast as it was carried away by the undertow. At the moment, Father and Mother arrived with Betty and Billy. No. Hey, get back. No. Come on. Well, excuse her. Whew. At that moment, Father and Mother arrived with Betty and Billy. Mr. Crab stomped over to Father. Is this your dog? Yes, admitted Father. That's our Walter. He shouldn't be allowed on the beach, shouted Mrs. Crab. He blew away our umbrella. Meme, come on. Thank you. It couldn't have been Walter. It was probably the sea breeze. The sea breeze doesn't smell like that, said Mrs. Crab. But he is so happy that he found that bone. Why don't you lay down? Speaking of farting dogs, that's one. We've got our very own. That evening, Mother said, wouldn't it be wonderful if we had our own little vacation home right on the beach? We can't afford it, said Father, who just bought himself a new set of golf clubs. Walter eats us out of house and home. Walter farted guiltily. There was a knock on the door. It was the manager of the resort. We've been getting complaints about that dog of yours. We can't allow him on the beach. Oh no. I didn't see any rule against dogs in your brochure, said Father. It's a new rule and it starts today. The manager stomped off. Sorry, Walter, said Father. You're banned from the beach. Walter farted sadly. Seems like every time he has an emotion, he has gas. That's what we're learning. All right, never mind, Walter, said Billy. Let's go for a walk in the village. Just stay away from the beach, warned Mother. I still never know. You can see anything when I do that, but I'm going to try. In the quaint little village, lights twinkled in the trees. Everyone was enjoying the gentle breeze and the sweet smells of the tropical night. Walter was enjoying himself too. Pardon. Why I do that sometimes. Travel broadens a dog's mind, he thought, farting philosophically. See, there he goes. The crabs were sitting nearby at a sidewalk cafe, complaining about their key lime pie. Hello, words. Would you show up today? Maybe, maybe not. Mrs. Crab counted the problems on her fingers. It's not big enough, it's not green enough, it's not sweet enough. Well, crab matches their mood as well. Or maybe it's too sweet, said Mr. Crab, smacking his lips. A pelican flapped its wings at Walter, and Walter farted in alarm. The power of Walter's fart blew the meringue off Mrs. Crab's pie. It landed in his face and made an awful mess. The crabs glared at Walter. That dog is ruining our vacation. Oh no, it did. He threw pie in that man's face with a fart. Oh, he sure did. Would you please stop scoffing at the neighbors? It's unkind. Oh, okay. Back on. Bite of the face with a fart. It's like the ultimate. How do you say those words and keep a straight face? He took a bite of the face from a fart. Oh, we're golden. Okay. Next morning, Father got a phone call from the chief of police. I've had serious complaints about your dog, said the chief. I'm afraid we can't allow him on our streets. Father hung up. Sorry, Walter, you're banned from the village. But where can Walter go now? Asked Billy. He's grounded, said Father. He stays inside. That's not a very nice vacation for Walter, said Betty. Walter farted. Need I say more? Asked Father. When everyone went out to have fun, Walter stayed inside with his nose pressed against the window. Yeah. How much is that dog in the window? Arf, arf. That's what that makes me think of. Oh, good times. Oh, I'm just as surprised as you are. Okay. Well, now there's that. Well, thought Walter, I'll just have to make the best of it. He sniffed around for something to eat and found a snack of strange-looking tropical fruit. The label said, cook thoroughly. Do not eat raw. Since Walter couldn't read, he ate it anyway. Then I was wondering, why are they telling us what it read? Like dogs reading the fruit, but good, they course corrected there for me. Then he went to snooze in the sunshine pouring through the window. Oh, I wonder what he ate. It's very colorful, whatever he ate. Good. It doesn't say what it is on the bag. Betty and Billy were building a sandcastle on the beach. Look, said Betty, pointing out to sea. How did that island get there? It wasn't there before. Must have been underwater, said Billy. Now that the tide is out, we can get there. Let's go. They waded out through the shallow water to explore the mysterious island. I don't know. If it was covered by water before, maybe we don't go out there because it's going to get covered with water again, possibly. Well, I guess. That's just... This is the sort of place where you find buried treasure, said Billy, beginning to dig. Suddenly, something shiny glittered in the sunlight. I knew it, yelled Billy, holding up a nickel. We're rich, yelled Betty. Mr. Crab sat up under his new beach umbrella. Those nasty children seemed to have found something. The crabs waded out to the little island. Let me help you, said Mr. Crab, pushing Billy aside. Mr. Crab found a rusty old key and waved it triumphantly. I have a feeling this will unlock something very important, he said. Sure enough, 10 minutes later, he dug up a door, and the key fit perfectly. Maybe we'll find a whole vacation house, said Betty. Oh, interesting. Gosh darn. Hey, back away from the window. Hey, Mamie, back. Come on. I'm so sorry. Ooh, I have to get back away from the window. Go on. Thank you. Whew. No. Sometimes she just gets in a mood. Now she's gonna cry about it. What are you doing? No. Meme. Hey, no. Though they dug for hours, they didn't find anything else, and they didn't notice that their island was shrinking. The tide was rising fast, and the waves began to lap at their feet. Betty looked up and gasped. How did the beach get so far away? It's the tide, cried Billy. We're marooned. Out of my way, shouted Mr. Crab, and leapt into the water. Mrs. Crab dove in after him, followed by Betty and Billy. They swam as hard as they could, but the undertow was too strong. The current swirled around them and dumped them back on their shrinking little island. Our only hope is to build a raft, said Mr. Crab. Oh. MJ, come on, get back. Good girl. Would you just come sit? Walter woke from his nap with a bad feeling. Betty and Billy must be in trouble. Walter's stomach was rumbling like a volcano from the tropical fruit that should have been thoroughly cooked, but he ignored it and raced to the screen door. Locked. He stepped back and charged, bursting through the screen and leaving a Walter-shaped hole in the door. Oh, he sure did. Jumped right through that thing. You're being a distraction. Walter ran to the beach and saw 4 figures in the distance, with the water rising around them. Mr. and Mrs. Crab were launching their raft. Billy was trying to help Betty. All Walter could see of Betty was her little head above the surface and her arms waving frantically. Walter plunged into the surf. Shooting pains twisted him around and flung him back onto the beach. Was it a cramp from swimming too soon after eating? No, it was the tropical fruit that should have been thoroughly cooked. Walter, save us, cried Billy. She just keeps hearing things. Walter struggled to rise, but the gases produced by the tropical fruit that should have been thoroughly cooked chose this moment to erupt with terrible force. The tropical fruit fart. The tropical fruit fart produced a boom that was heard along the coast for miles. Coconuts blew off the trees, and the crabs, clutching their new umbrella, were blown all the way to the Sandwich Islands. The waves parted. Once I farted, the waves parted. The waves parted around the little island where Betty and Billy were stranded. Layer upon layer of sand and shells were pushed aside, leaving a pathway across the ocean floor. Walter farted the seas. Farted. Oh, farted. That's funny. Oh. Betty and Billy ran toward shore. Halfway there, Billy tripped on something jutting from the ocean floor. Walter raced out to help him. It's a treasure chest. It's a treasure chest, cried Billy. Bones, thought Walter, and grabbed a handle in his teeth. He dragged the chest to the beach. Betty and Billy pried it open. Walter was disappointed to see that it only contained jewels and gold. It's a rather large dog, honestly. I feel like he's been getting bigger. With the money from the treasure, Mother and Father bought the vacation home of their dreams. There was sunshine every day. There was golf and snorkeling and parasailing on the gentle sea breezes. Experts say it was the most important treasure uncovered in a century, but Betty and Billy disagreed. Walter, they said, you're the greatest treasure of all. Aww. How sweet. Well, I mean, it was a little turbulent still. It was a little scary there for a minute. Oh, there's another picture of the cafe where the guy got pie thrown in his face from a fart. Well, anyway, I think I've got one more, so maybe we'll read it again soon because now I'm going to be wondering what is Walter up to next. See you next time.